Hi, my name's Kelly and I'm a horticulturist here at the Akron Zoo, and today I want to talk to you about a really cool collection we have here, our carnivorous plant exhibit. It is in the Curious Creatures part of the zoo, and like the animals in that part of the zoo, we also have weird adaptations with plants. The carnivorous plants actually have adapted to eat meat. They live in nutrient-poor areas of the world where they can't get nutrients from the soil, so they have to get them from another source, and they've adapted to actually capturing and digesting prey. One of the coolest things about carnivorous plants, they grow all over the world. They're on every continent, North America, and one of the coolest things I think is we actually have carnivorous plants here in Northeast Ohio. Some of my favorite carnivorous plants are purple pitcher plants, like this one. It's actually a pitfall trap, and it grows in glacial kettle bogs in Northeast Ohio. It's adapted to the nutrient-poor peat moss that grows in the bogs, and you can actually find it in several bogs here in Ohio. The second one is a Drosera rotundiflora, the roundleaf sundew, and it also grows in the bogs here. Is a native to Northeast Ohio. It's a sticky trap, so its little fronds come out and actually capture the bug, curl around it, and digest it in digestive juices. Really cool plant. Most of you are probably familiar with the Venus flytrap. It's a snap trap, and it actually has tiny trigger hairs on the inside of the leaves that when an insect that is large enough to be nutritionally appropriate for the plant crawls into the trap, it closes around it, suffocates it, and digests it into the leaves. Most people are familiar with these plants but don't realize they're actually only endemic to coastal North and South Carolina in the United States. As you can imagine, their habitat is becoming scarce with development and actually also poaching. They're actually on the threatened list. Here at the zoo, we're really careful about where we get our specimens of Venus flytraps. We make sure they come from either tissue cultures or seed starts, and not from collectors in the wild. Here at the zoo, we've been collecting carnivorous plants for about 5 years. We have plants from all over the world: North America, South America, Asia, Africa. And if you come to see our exhibit, you'll get to take a look at everything we have here. If you ever have questions, there's always a horticulturist on site. Ask for us. We'll definitely answer any questions we can about any of our plant collections. I'm going to send you over to horticulturist Jacob to show you some of the plants that we have in our actual exhibit.
Hi, I'm Jacob Dennis, a horticulturalist at the Akron Zoo, and I'm here to show you some really cool plants. They're wicked cool plants. I say that because they need their nutrients from insects and other creatures that fall within their traps. And I would like to share with you the different plants in their traps. So here we have Nepenthes. Nepenthes are found in Asia and tropical places. The special thing about them is on the, you could call this the lid, the top of the pitcher here is covered with nectar glands to entice prey to come feed on the nectar. But this ridge here is very slippery, and when the creature falls into the trap, it is slowly digested because the creature cannot escape. There are hairs that point down that stop it from getting out. So that's a pretty wicked way to die. But it does feed the plant, which would not be able to get nutrients otherwise. So that's the Nepenthes there. Another plant that we have is a sundew over here. If you look really close, you can see little tiny balls of goo on here. And what happens is a fly or something will come and land on one of these because they also smell sweet and nectary. And then they'll kind of like, you can call them tentacles, will come down and start wrapping around the prey. And they're like little digestive stomachs that will slowly consume the creature that gets in there, usually like a fly or something like that. Here, this plant here, this is called a helium phora. It is from South America, and it is also a pitfall trap, which Kelly was talking about earlier. And yeah, same thing, sweet nectar on top, entices the prey and falls in, can't get out, slowly dissolves. Over here we have butterworts. Butterworts kind of act like, their traps kind of like fly paper. It's really, really sticky, so once they get on, they don't move, they just stay there and slowly dissolve. And then in North America, over here we have the North American pitcher plants, and they act the same way. They trick the prey into going to the lid of the leaf, and they slip, fall in, and they're eaten. So I would like to show you a plant move. I don't know how many people have seen a plant move, but there's no muscles or ligaments or anything like that. These are plants, and they act with in the cells. They have turgor pressure, and when you step on the hairs, you need to step on 2 of the trigger hairs. They're very fine little hairs on here, and it acts like a hydraulic system and springs close and traps the prey in there, and it slowly dissolves it. I want to show you that happen. So here I have some tasty little morsels. These will be the food for our Venus flytrap. I'm going to try to show you the trigger hairs. There's one right there, and one right there, and one in the middle. I'm going to try to touch each of them and see if we can get the trap to close. It's going to happen really fast. Oh, he kind of got in there. There we go. The pitcher plants, they're pretty easy. You just kind of drop them right down in there. He's gone. He'll dissolve in there. There you go. That's how you feed carnivorous plant. I just wanted to thank you for checking out our carnivorous plants, and as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask a horticulturist at your Akron Zoo. And yeah, all these plants are found all throughout the world with their special adaptations and are showcased here in Curious Creatures at the Akron Zoological Park. Thank you.